This is one of the most common types of pump because it's so cheap to make. So pumps all have to have some source of power, something to make them go. This one has an electric motor, connects onto car battery, DC power source, whatever. This part, the motor part, could be a gas engine. It could be a paddle wheel off of a river or anything like that. So this part isn't the pump component. This is just the power source. The pump component is this. It has inlet, outlet, and all that's inside is a little, what we call an impeller. It's supposed to look like a propeller, but it's caged inside. That impeller simply spins, because that's what motors do. It's this piece. It spins inside the motor, and as it does that, it traps air in these little cavities and pushes them. As it keeps moving that air, it creates low pressure that draws water up. It's called self-priming because you don't have to fill it with water before you run the pump. But the other part of that is, since this does spin with no water in it, it doesn't have any kind of a lubrication on it. The water helps lubricate it so it doesn't overheat and get destroyed, I guess. Overheat and it starts to tear, and if it tears, it can't lift water. So this has to be run with water in it. It can run for a short amount of time without water to prime itself, but, and it says right on there, do not pump flammable liquids. Oh, and do not run dry, because that does damage it. They typically provide extras. These are just, I'm sure, a couple cents to produce, so they usually provide a couple extras. The other important part is a gasket. Now, gaskets just connect these metal parts. The gasket is right here, and it connects these metal parts to make them watertight. Otherwise, it wouldn't produce a vacuum and it wouldn't lift water. So this is a rotary vane pump, a rotating, and inside here are these little vanes in which water gets trapped and water gets pushed along as your pump or whatever it is spinning. So it keeps spinning, grabs water, pushes it out that way, grabs more water, pushes it out that way. And that's how this kind of pump works.